Another video where I don't do my hair and it literally looks horrible. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know a lot of you guys have either been glowing up or maybe glowing down during quarantine. Maybe you guys have been snacking a little too much during quarantine. I know Chloe Ting workout challenges have been popping on YouTube lately, and a lot of people have been completing like her 2-week challenges. I've just seen those thumbnails popping all over on the internet. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about my small weight loss journey. So during the past 3 months that I've been in quarantine, I lost 10 pounds. And in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what the process was like, how I did it, and just a little bit of backstory. I don't want any of you guys to think that losing weight means that you're gonna be happier. It means that you're gonna be more beautiful. For me, I wanted to lose weight so I could like fit into some of my jeans again, because I had some really like perfectly good jeans that I couldn't wear anymore because I gained too much weight during college, and frankly they weren't flattering me anymore, so I didn't feel confident. And I think when I gained a lot of weight in college, it made me want to go out less. Like I didn't want to go to parties that much because I always felt fat. I didn't take a lot of like body pictures because I always felt very self-conscious. During this quarantine, I felt like it was a time for me to really just improve my mental state and to really just work on myself. And I actually, during this quarantine, I've spent a lot of time really working on myself, doing things that I love, and I've honestly never been happier. I don't need no man's bitch. Like, we don't need no mans, okay? So during quarantine, I made it a goal to lose the extra bit of fat that I have. I was by no means overweight. I started off college being around 138 pounds, I think, and I gained some weight during freshman 15. I lost a little bit, and it was just like my weight fluctuated a lot, and I was also working out really consistently. I was eating in surplus, trying to gain more muscle, and in the start of this quarantine, I weighed about 145 pounds. This morning, I weighed 134.4 pounds, so I lost a little bit over 10 pounds, and the way that I did it is simply through a process called intermittent fasting. And I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this form of, I wouldn't want to say it's a diet, it's more like a lifestyle for me now. I did intermittent fasting for 3 months now, and I'm still continuing it, and it's been really good. So basically what I do is 8 p.m. is my cutoff time. Like I do not eat past 8 o'clock. 12 o'clock in the afternoon is the time where I allow myself to start feeding again. So the thing about intermittent fasting is that it really is able to regulate your hormones. You regulate your insulin level spikes, because every time you eat, your glucose levels will spike up, and sometimes that makes me tired, sometimes it makes me less productive, but from what I've experienced is that through intermittent fasting, it's regulated my hormones and it's regulated my insulin spikes, so I actually have a lot more energy throughout the entire day, and generally it's made me, I guess, like sort of more productive, or I'm not as lethargic throughout the day. I mean, I do, granted, during quarantine, I spend a lot of time sitting down like on the couch. I will also say that I've been working out a lot less than I used to. I used to work out maybe like 5 times a week pre-quarantine, and now I work out 3 times a week at home. Normally it's either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I always have one day in between. I don't eat as much protein as I used to because I don't work out as hard as I do, so I did lose a little bit of muscle, which is unfortunate, but literally nothing can be done about that because I don't have an at-home gym, and I don't know when gyms are going to be open again, but for now, I mean, this will have to do. So I do have like some dumbbells at home and some like workout bands. I'll link some of the equipment that I use in the links down below so you guys can check that out. During the past 3 months, I had an internship, so I would wake up at 9 o'clock, I would do some work from 9 to 12, and then when 12 o'clock came around, I would have my first meal. And I'm not someone who likes to eat one big meal and that's it. I typically eat like a medium-sized meal during lunchtime, and then I snack throughout the day, and at nighttime, I don't really eat another big meal again. I kind of have just like a larger snack. So typically what I have for lunch is salad, and I grate some Parmesan cheese on top it off. Oh my god, it's amazing. The way I make my salad is I have romaine lettuce, and I also get this Chinese salad mix that I get from Costco. I'm sure if you guys go to Costco, you can get the same thing. And I just mix it up, and I just have one big bowl of salad. I know you guys are gonna think, oh my god, like you eat salad, that's how you lost weight. That's definitely not it. Like I am absolutely not extremely restrictive when it comes to my diet when I'm doing intermittent fasting. And sometimes for snacks, I would have avocado toast. Like I would have 1 avocado with like maybe 2 slices of sourdough bread, so white bread. Sometimes I have wheat bread. I just change it up depending. And sometimes I even snack on like a small bowl of Lucky Charms. I just put it in a small bowl so there's portion control. And even during the day, I have Cheez-Its, like the small bags of Cheez-Its. They're like 140 calories, so it's not horrible. And during my internship, I would work out after, so maybe around 7 o'clock, I would work out. By 8 o'clock, I would stop eating. So right after my workout, I would get in one protein shake. Sometimes I would eat like a banana here and there. I would also have these acai bowls that you can get from Costco, and that was pretty much like what I would eat in a day. Something that I want to mention is that probably one of the key ingredients that I began to incorporate in my diet is this. Yeah, listen, I am the matcha queen, okay? No one can argue with me about this. I am so obsessed with matcha. I bought like 9 to 10 different brands of matcha throughout quarantine, and I finally found a couple brands that I really, really love. So I'm gonna do a video on that soon of the top 3 matcha brands that I love. And the reason why it's top 3 is because there really aren't that many out there, and a lot of the ones on Amazon are extremely overpriced in those tiny tin cans. So I've never actually been a coffee drinker because I don't like the taste, and I think in order to make coffee taste good, you have to put a lot of sugar in it, and that kind of defeats the purpose. And I think for a lot of people, when you drink coffee, you get the jitters, and I don't want to experience that. I don't want to experience the crash. I don't want to experience jitters or anything like that. So I have been always obsessed with drinking matcha lattes, and lately I've been drinking one every single day. And there's so many benefits of matcha. It has so many different health benefits, but one of the main benefits is that it really helps to suppress your appetite, and it also helps to boost your metabolism. And I make the best matcha lattes. Like, if you guys follow me on Instagram, which follow me on Instagram, by the way, I will put it in the links down below. I have been talking about matcha literally nonstop. It's all I talk about on Instagram. I post my matcha lattes, and I've been experimenting with trying different recipes. And on my channel, I actually also make different matcha recipes because matcha is my superfood, and it is the ultimate ingredient. It's literally so good. Look at the color, guys. It's so green and rich, and I really can't talk enough about matcha because I really feel like this was one of the main ingredients that really helped me to lose weight throughout quarantine, because it was something that I would look forward to, and while I would sip on it, I wouldn't feel hungry afterwards. So sometimes I would have my matcha latte with my salad, or sometimes I would have my matcha latte a few hours after I have my main salad for lunch, and that would really help to suppress my appetite and not keep me hungry and snacking all day. And so now that my internship is over, I wanted to talk a little bit about what my schedule is like now. So nowadays I wake up around 9 to 10, and the first thing I do when I get up is I actually work out on a fasted stomach. I typically work out maybe around like 10:30 because it takes me an hour to work out, so 10:30 to 11:30, and then I shower 11:30 to 12, and right after I finish showering, I'm able to have my protein shake. So what I really try to do is after any sort of workout, I do try to have a protein shake, and I do want to say that my workouts are fairly intense. I do try to sweat a lot and be really active because I mean, throughout the other days and the other hours of the days, I'm really not active. Like, I don't go anywhere, I just stay at home. So when I am working out, I try to be as physically active as possible and really try to push my heart rate. Lunchtimes, like sometimes we do takeout to support smaller local businesses, and we can have sushi. Sometimes we have Korean food, sometimes we have Chinese food. Mostly we have Asian foods, and sometimes we have Chipotle too because I love Chipotle. I love Chipotle so much. So I really like mix it around. There's no real diet restriction for me. I never tell myself I can't eat white bread or I can't have this, I can't have that. It's more just like I try to make smart decisions throughout the day, because I know a lot of people say this, that it's a lifestyle, and it really is. I think in the beginning, if you cut out too many things, it's too unsustainable and you're gonna give up really easily. So another thing that I cut out of my diet are spicy chips. I actually weaned off of them really slowly. It took me about 3 months to get off of eating hot Cheetos and like Takis and Doritos and like Chester fries. Like, I don't eat those at all anymore. I haven't had those for about 2 months now. We've been in quarantine for like 5 months. So it took me 3 months to get off of it, and then 2 months I am completely spicy chip free. So instead I sometimes snack on some other things like what I previously mentioned, the Cheez-Its that I eat sometimes if I am craving like something salty. But for the most part, I don't eat chips anymore and I don't crave it. And I think it's really a matter of cutting out some things that are really bad for you, but if you want to have them, I think it's okay. Like, it's not, you should never restrict yourself from a certain type of food completely. It's more just about portion control. So if you guys really like spicy chips, for example, I know that they sell them in like big packs of like 50 or whatever at Safeway or Costco or Walmart, and you can have like a small bag a day and you can still get that craving in. I think sometimes it's like, when I used to eat chips, I would have like the whole big bag, and if it's right in front of me, I kind of get oddly competitive about it. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but sometimes I keep eating it and I try to see if I can almost like finish the whole bag. It's almost like an uncontrollable addiction. I can't stop eating it, and when I see that there's more left, I just keep eating. Oh my god, it's so bad. So sometimes I would honestly finish like a whole bag of chips, and that's like 1,000 calories of junk, you know, so it was really bad. And another thing that I want to mention is that when I started intermittent fasting, in the beginning it was really difficult, and especially I think during the first 2 weeks it was really hard for me to adjust to eating starting at noon and cutting it off at 8 o'clock. Sometimes I would go to bed a little bit hungry, but it's okay. It's like part of the process. I would definitely suggest though that don't push yourself too hard. Definitely ease into this. Most people do the 16-8 fast, so 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of feeding time. And of course you can adjust this according to your schedule. Maybe you want to start eating at like 9 o'clock and you want to cut it off like at 4, something like that. You know, so just really adjust it according to however your lifestyle is. And I think that's the best thing about intermittent fasting is that I don't have to go to the grocery store and buy certain things for like per se like a keto diet. Like those things you have to buy certain kinds of foods to adapt to whatever particular diet. But the great thing about intermittent fasting is that you're not really restricting the kinds of food you eat. You're just making smarter choices throughout the day and really just limiting the time in which you eat. Yeah, so if you guys do try out intermittent fasting, my recommendation is just to start off slow. I know that it can be frustrating the first few days, but really just try to stick with it, and I think you guys will see great results. I think one thing to note though is don't step on the scale every day. That is such a detriment to your mental health, because if you're stepping on the weight every day and if you don't see progress immediately from intermittent fasting, I know it's so easy to feel discouraged. So in the beginning, I actually did weigh myself every single day. Sometimes my weight would stay the same, sometimes it would actually go up and then it would go down, and it was not really consistent. So I used to get really frustrated easily, and then when I stopped looking at the scale, I would check once a week. It got a lot better, and actually I could see notable progress. So I've been using this app called Renfo, which comes with my scale that I bought. So you can see that's how much I weighed in this morning, 134.2, and it can show you like your progress in a week. And this app has just been a really great tool to help me keep track of things. And I think the great thing about this is that it can also tell you about your body fat percentage, your fat-free body weight, your muscle mass, your protein percentage, bone mass. I mean, it literally tells you so many different things. So I think that's one of the best things about this app, is that it really can help you keep track of your goals, and you can see how you're progressing over time. So I'll put the link to the exact weight loss scale that I used in the link down below. If you are weighing yourself, it's important to do it at the same time every day so you can accurately track your progress. If you're weighing it in the morning and at the night, like you eat in between, like it's a little bit inconsistent. So if you are weighing yourself, what I do is I weigh myself every single day in the morning right after I pee. Well, not every single day. Now I weigh myself every week. In the morning after I pee, so all the extra water is out of your system, and I measure and I weigh myself to see how much I weigh, and that's pretty much how I'm able to track how much weight I've lost throughout the entire quarantine. Let me know if you guys end up trying intermittent fasting, or if you guys have tried it before, what were your results, and I hope this video was super helpful. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram, which is @MereHeartsU, and my Twitter, which is @MeredithMao, so you can see behind the scenes of what I'm doing when I'm not making YouTube videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Made it clear what I feel for you when you say that we move too fast. Switching up your attitude, making love till you take it back.